If you're in the payment space and selling business to business or B2B, the fastest way to do better at that is to stop thinking that you're selling to businesses. And I know that sounds counterintuitive or counterproductive, even, but you're not selling to a business. A business is still just made up of people, and people always operate the same, whether they're running a business, they're running a family, or they're running their lives. They're just out to make their lives easier at a good rate and not feel like they're being burdened by something. So remember, when you're selling to business owners, especially in the payment space, something that is just clearly not sexy at all, it's hard to even make sound interesting sometimes, you're still selling to people. Okay. So when you're out there, just figure out a way to connect with those individuals. Take a few seconds to just understand and listen about what their business is. If you just let your customers talk and you can actually hear what they're saying about how they're struggling in their business and how you can help them in maybe different ways. Payments is one, maybe finances is another. Um, but I always go back to my 10 years in selling for Xpress-pay. The only two questions I always asked up front is, number one, how do you accept payments from your customers now? Most of them back in the day when I was selling, this was 20 years ago, they would say, we take checks for down payments, for regular monthly payments, and we take recurring monthly payments and things like that. Then I would ask them, okay, how do you want to deal with the fees? But how we deal with the fees at Xpress-pay is we help them offset the transaction costs, which is a huge benefit for them. So usually they would say, well, we transact with our customers this way and this way and this way. They give me 2 3 examples. And once they gave me that second example, that would usually open the floodgates of them understanding and thinking about their business just for a few seconds, because nobody really took the time to ask them, like, how do you operate in your business? How do you transact with your customers? Well, that led to them finding usually about 10 different ways that they would actually love to be able to transact with their customers, and they would sell themselves on our product. I never really said much more than that. How do you transact with your customers, and how do you want to handle the fees? They would answer those two questions and effectively sell themselves on our product. I wouldn't do many demos. I would show them the key pieces of our system that actually worked for them, or how it would work for them, to make that the baseline of how they understood, how easy it was to get this running in their business and how easy it would be for their customers to adopt it. But again, all by simply asking two questions, it opened the door for them to tell me more about their business than I could have ever learned by simply, giving them a demo and hoping that they liked what they saw. So if you're selling B2B, stop thinking about it in the way that you're selling to other businesses, and start thinking about it in the way that you're just selling to another human. And that human has issues. They have problems that they want to solve. They have things that they want to make easier in their life. They want to make more money in their business or in their jobs, or what have you. And they want to know that they're going to have a partner in being able to do all those things. Right. So if you can connect with them on a personal level, now you're not selling to a business, you're selling to another human. And then understand that usually when you are working with the decision makers, also, that decision maker probably isn't in the day-to-day things. If they're running a successful business, they're not really working in the business, they're working on it. So when you get them to sign up, then you have to go and pretty much repeat this process for the individual that you're going to be working with, or your support team or your development team is going to be working with on a daily basis. So be sure to foster both of those relationships. When you're meeting the person who's a decision maker, be sure to foster that relationship and understand their business and how you can help, understanding what their issues really are, and showing them exactly how your services benefit them and can help solve those issues. And afterwards, find out who the person is that's actually doing the day-to-day work and build a relationship with them so that you can continue to serve that company, that whole entire team, at a higher level. So if you're wondering how to increase B2B sales or lead generation, be sure to just find out what questions you have to ask to uncover those little nuggets of truth that your customers, and find out what your customers are really struggling with. And then you can show how you can solve those issues. If you like this content, be sure to check out our featured video on our channel so that you can learn about how Xpress-pay can actually help benefit your business, how we've generated over $100 million in profits for our customers and handed out millions of dollars in commissions over the years. And we'd like to work with you guys as well. And also, if you like this content, you want more information about how the payments industry is growing and how you can actually leverage it to increase your profit margins and what you're doing in your business, be sure to check out the rest of the content on our video. And if you want to connect with our team, be sure to comment below or click the email link in the bottom. All right, talk with you guys soon. This is the part you caught, Jesse.